Bonjour, mommies! And
Comment
welcome to...
It's that one brony show, not the other brony show. It's that one brony show. It's that one brony show, not that brony show. It's that one brony show.
One more day, 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 one more day,
Going to the
one
gal.
more day, one more day, one more day, one more day, one more.
Going to the wedding, going to the wedding, going to the
Oh
wedding.
god, it would be
At the wedding,
At
at
the wedding. That would be hilarious
I'm
if they did
organizing
that.
it. I'm going to make sure that my brother marries Princess Candace
At the wedding.
At the wedding. I'm gonna serve my tasty treats, and all the ponies, they will go and sample them at the reception. At the reception. That's where I'll be. At the reception. At the wedding. At the wedding.
It would be
I did
hilarious
the party.
if they did this.
At the wedding. At the wedding. It's super fun. Dancing and stuff after they get married. At the wedding.
Hi.
At the wedding, at the wedding, her dress is just so divine. To the wedding, to the wedding, just let me get through it. The wedding,
It
the
doesn't
wedding,
turn off.
I did the music for them. The wedding, with creatures. Somehow I fit into the wedding.
Remember music.
Remember when I killed music? That was the day that music died, and I said, bye, this. Drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Anyway, before they lose interest.
Alright,
Alright, so we've got the royal wedding fever going on right now, as many of you do. There's been so many things just building us up to this, and so now the Hub launched their website for it a little while back. Now there's all this information, and a lot of you guys have seen the clips. I personally stray away from them like the plague, because I don't want anything to be ruined for me. So I've already had a little bit ruined for me, but besides that, I'm super looking forward to it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
If you're wondering, people, yes, I've been struck by the one thing that can get a Richard. Yeah, the common cold.
He's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because he's finally getting sick.
Not that sick. All that happens is my nose runs. The only problem is that nobody ever keeps tissue around. I mean, it's like, when you're not sick, there's tissue everywhere. You're like, oh, tissue. And it's a never-ending box. You just keep doing that, and the entire house fills up. But when you're sick, you're like, no! No! No!
So, definitely, we finally are gonna get some questions answered. Like, for instance, who is this Princess Cadence? Who is
Richard
she?
demands to know about this Princess Cadence bullshit.
Like, obviously, I don't know what was in the spoilers. I don't know if you guys got some hints in there, but all I know is I still have no idea who she is, where she comes from, what's her story. So these questions will finally be answered. We finally get to meet We'll finally get to meet Shining Armor and find out more about this fellow that we never knew about until now. There's just gonna be so much to talk about. It's gonna be awesome. So now we get back to the goal of our episode. As many of you know, there wasn't an episode this Saturday. You know what that means.
Rehashing old episodes, it's time for nostalgia. I hashed the old episode. Here are your episode hash browns. Ding! They come with a side of spike egg and, of course, the house bacon.
What's the house bacon?
It's made from Dr. House.
Ah! House bacon. Got it. So, this episode, Sweet and Elite, episode 9 of the series. So, this was a
season 2.
Yeah, of season 2. This was a good little developmental episode for Rarity. It was one of those episodes that shot Rarity really, like, it knocked her into like my 3rd place favorite pony slot for a little while. That is until Pinkie Pie happily punted her to the curb with obviously a friend indeed.
Here's my list. It goes Pinkie Pie, Big Macintosh. Then it goes Fancy Pants. Yeah, Fancy Pants. He's introduced in this episode, and he is fancy, but he has no pants.
He's too fancy to wear pants.
Somebody took his fancy pants.
He's searching for them.
It was probably Apple Bloom's uncle. Uncle Apple Strudel stole his pants. Oh, noogie. Uncle Apple Strudel, where'd you get those fine pants? I stole them off of some guy in Canterlot. Oh, noogie.
So, all together, and then this was also an interesting developmental.
Grand Theft
Pantalones.
Grand Theft Pantalones 2. Grand Theft Pantalones. And such and so forth.
So this was a great little episode that we got to find out more about what exactly the Canterlot elite was like and how they behaved and just in general how higher class society works. We want to know. So
rich people, they live in fancy.
They live in fancy?
Fancy.
Is that a state of being, not just an adjective?
No, it's a geographic place.
It's a geographic place.
Yes.
Fancy?
Fancy.
Fancy.
It's just right off the map that normal ponies use.
You have to pay extra money to get a map that shows where fancy
No,
is?
you have to have $1 billion in your bank account before you can have a map with fancy on it.
They give you a secret map with a secret location. Only available
it's
to
on
the
your
richest.
bank statement. Oh! I was wondering what was over there.
When your bank statement reaches a certain number, your accounting numbers make out a map.
And then you just find it. Or it has special latitude and longitude that's far off the map.
Anyway, so this episode, we start out with Rarity. She's coming to Canterlot. Apparently she needed to pick up some supplies from Canterlot.
Surprise. The element of surprise.
The element of surprise. And so, Celestia sets her up with a room in the castle.
To stay here?
Twilight Sparkle said you were coming to Canterlot for a visit and asked if I might accommodate you.
Thank you so much, Princess.
You're very welcome.
No, really. This is so nice of you.
It's nothing, really.
Oh, but it isn't nothing. It's everything. I just don't know what to say, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
So, yet again, being Twilight Sparkle's friend has its benefits.
Yeah, you get to go into that library whenever you want.
And not have to worry about getting guards or anything. But you can sneak around.
In fact, I'm not even sure if she was in Twilight Sparkle, she would have problems with the guards. Oh, hey, you want to go in here? Okay.
Just to make sure you put everything back and let me know when you're done.
We just keep it locked because there's a horrible draft coming through there.
but it's a locked gate. Hey,
there's a horrible draft coming through there. It only goes where the gate bars are. And the gate bars completely negated somehow.
They're magical.
Yes. And magic flashlight.
Magical flashlight.
They had magic flashlights.
They do have magic flashlights. So anyway, back away from an episode that's so many episodes
We're from
in the
future. Ooh, worship us measly humans.
So we get to, she's like, oh, thank you so much.
Our shoes tie themselves. We call it auto-lacing. And we have hoverboards. And also Mr. Fusion. And also a cure for bonitis.
Bonitis?
Bonitis. My only regret is having bonitis.
So, we get the show after she, of course, there's this awesome little, this bellhop pony who apparently, I guess he hasn't really figured out telekinesis yet, but he has all of her stuff on his back.
Your luggage, mademoiselle?
I'll leave you to get settled.
Your Highness.
Enjoy your stay.
Thank you!
Where would you like me to put these?
That's perfect.
Maybe he's using telekinesis to strengthen his bones.
Keep them from snapping under the sheer weight of it all.
Yeah, on the inside his skeleton's just zigs and zags.
I just feel so
By the
bad
end
for
of
this
the
guy.
episode, he's just crushed underneath her stuff, and he dies. We'll always remember you, random luggage pony number 5. And I will always love you. That's enough.
So, after that little opening sequence that we have, she's sitting in a cafe. Note a lot of the apparently to be upper class, you have to do two of two things. Also, these two things, you have to stick your nose as high up in the air as you can, and your eyes can. If you have to open your eyes for any reason, it can only be halfway. Only
That's
halfway.
because they're zombie ponies.
They're just too classy to eat the brains on their own.
Well,
They need
of course
someone
not.
to.
They're vegetarian zombie ponies.
What would you eat? Dead? No.
That's why zombie ponies don't make sense. I mean, they could bite other ponies, but they wouldn't be able to eat them, thus taking away from the whole zombie thing.
Yeah, it sort of ruins the point.
I mean, basically all you need is bite-resistant armor, and boom!
Zombie apocalypse averted.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Which is why I always keep my emergency zombie suit. It's just a fat suit, but it has the same effect.
So, she's sitting in this cafe, and then these two ponies walk up, and they're like, "Oh, we love your hat. Where did you get it?" But then she's brought into the light about being a Ponyville pony by this nice little country fellow.
He's based off of Turnip.
Oh, this old thing? Oh, it's just something I...
Rarity! Hey, Rarity! It's me, H.C. Turnip Truck. We met at the big hoedown at Ponyville last fall.
Oh, yes, of course. How are you?
Good, real good.
Yeah, easy turnip truck. So, he shines a light on the fact that he's from Ponyville.
Ivashes de Vindos.
Ivashes de Vindos.
Ivashes de Vindos.
So, for some reason, apparently Ponyville is looked very down upon in Counterlot. Like, we
It's
don't
because
know
it's
why.
got filthy, stinking rich, and he has all the money.
Either way, they just I don't know what. It doesn't seem like that. It's not like a crappy town. It's a nice little village.
You're from Ponyville?
Well, yes, but...
She sure is. She's a real big-time fancy-pants dressmaker there. Probably made that real pretty thing she's got on her head.
I thought it looked a little country.
I told you it wasn't something you could get here in Canterlot, dear.
Huh.
Well, they seem real nice.
If anything,
You gotta
I would
look
think
down
they
on
liked it.
something, one. Like I look down on my shoes.
You look down on.
Damn,
your
them
shoes?
some nice shoes, but I won't tell them that. Your ugly shoes. See? Now I've demoralized them, so they'll take more of my feet.
So,
Otherwise, they'd want to be on my head. And you don't want to be like, Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme is awesome.
Yes, but his head is taken over by Boot. Because he let his boot go too far.
So, after she has this little run-in where they call her country and all that good stuff.
She decides to show them she's not country by making a dress for a Ponyville person.
Looked a little country. Not something you can get here in Canterlot. I'll show you something worthy of Canterlot.
Totally.
Logic perfect.
So this is where we get to meet two very, very interesting characters. She literally runs into Fancy Pants.
My favorite from this episode.
And his,
stalwart companion.
Yeah, let's go with stalwart companion, Fleur de Lis, as she's been decroned.
I have to get started right away. This new design is very ambitious, and I've already written to Twilight to let her know she'll have something beyond fabulous to wear to her party. Fancy Pants.
I say, that's one way to make an introduction.
So, first of all, Fancy Pants. Very fancy.
Fancy.
Plot point? Would you like to say?
He is so fancy. He never changes his outfit. He's basically both good guy Greg and ridiculously photogenic guy poofed together. Do you see the scene where they took that bag off of his head? And also, he never, as I said, he never changes. Everyone's wearing a hat in that one scene when they're at the Derby, except for him and that one douchey guy, because his hair
Jet Set,
is
that's
just
his name.
Jet Set, because he's a douche. But him, he's just not wearing one because you can't go more perfect than his hair. It's like the angels weeped into it their tears, which were the best gel, and they perfectly massaged it into the exact right places, and he was like, I half expected him to spread out his arms and two majestic eagles to fly, catch his two arms, and take him off into the night as he flew over all of Ponyville, leaving it in a star-spangled burst of cosmic beauty. All over the sky, as all the ponies on the ground, and even Celestia herself, drop their jaw to the floor. It hit the floor, there ain't no more.
As you can tell, he's got a very positive outlook upon this
If you
character.
took his mustache and took away one part of the mustache and moved it over, it'd still be a perfect mustache. You don't get many mustaches like that, people. You don't. You don't. In other words, he's very handsome and fancy.
So we also get his interesting little escorty, weird, clingy
He likes her.
wife pony. Yeah, she's my third favorite background pony, right behind Vinyl Scratch. And we all know if Derpy isn't on your favorite background pony list,
she's on the favorite seconds list.
Yeah, so it goes Vinyl Scratch, Derpy, and Fleur de Lis. I love mostly because I like shiny, fancy things, and she's one of the most unique ponies in the show. Mainly because of her body structure. She's got this inexplicably
The only
thin...
taller pony than her is Tall Pony.
Yeah, like there's Tall Pony and then the princesses. That's it. Like she is the tallest yet most slender pony in all of Equestria that we've seen so far. So I personally
You can feed
like
a
her.
starving pony with just 5 bits a month. We'll send you this letter with a picture of that starving pony.
The only starving pony.
Arms of an angel, fly away. Sad puppy picture. Guilt is flowing through your veins.
So anyway, I personally love this character. Although she's just got this weird, like I said, she's got this weird clingy thing going on with Fancy Pants.
I want your money. No.
Yeah, like she's like leaning on it. She's all in his face. There's one scene where he's talking. She's like,
Get away from me.
Yeah, she's just like all up in his face, and she's just like desperate. So I don't know what her relationship
Desperate pony
is.
wives of Canterlot.
Yeah, I don't know what her deal is, but altogether, very fascinating looking pony. So now we get to obviously, our episodes, they've got to have a dilemma so we can learn a lesson, so that we can tell Celestia about it, which get really, really lenient in Season 2. We don't get a lot of letters to Celestia in Season 2.
There's only so much you can learn about friendship at a time.
What, a lot in one season and then just say, F it?
Yes, exactly. Once you've learned the first season rules, you're pretty much a super mega ultimate friend.
So she gets this is the first time, and that's when she has to decide whether or not to go to the Wonderbolts Derby or to start working on Twilight's dress.
Oh yeah, the cold's finally getting into my muscles. This feels really weird.
What?
Don't question my body, Juan.
I'm not bothering to.
Don't question my body, people. It has its own way of doing things. Like my kidney, it's here, right behind my eye. And my brain, it's right here, in my butt. And also, my liver, it's in my foot!
So she gets
my heart's in my other foot.
So she gets invited to the Derby where she meets other people and whatnot, and so she's talking So she gets to these events and whatnot, and she goes to the Derby. What are you doing?
I'm building a wall.
Okay, have fun with that. So she goes to the Derby, and Fancy Pants introduces her to all of the other higher class
ponies. Now no one can break into my impenetrable fortress.
While he recovers. So she predicts that Fleetfoot is gonna win because of apparently Rainbow Dash gives her stat reports on all the Wonderbolts.
She has a power of 5, an attack of 2, and a speed of 17.
Look, I have their trading cards.
I have thrown out a Fleetfoot against your rapid fire. When I put her into special mode, she goes twice as fast, meaning she can attack twice. Oh no!
And now...
Yes, finally, I'll finish you off with Thunder Lane.
But wait.
I have the special Rainbow Dash card.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash. Is that you on a Wonderbolts card? I can dream! I can dream!
Why are your stats so ridiculous? I can dream!
So... after she predicts it, this is when she first starts spinning lies about her friends, and she's like, my friend Rainbow Dash told me, and she's like, and who is this Rainbow Dash?
Bravo, Rarity! I say, how did you know Fleetfoot would be victorious?
My friend Rainbow Dash talks about her all the time. She says what Fleetfoot lacks in size, she makes up for in speed.
And who is this Rainbow Dash?
Why, she's the Wonderbolts trainer, of course.
Staying at Canterlot Castle, and she knows the Pegasus training the Wonderbolts. I told you all this was an important pony. 3 cheers for Rarity, my new favorite party guest.
She trains the Wonderbolts. Totally. Bad poker
face.
By
all reasons, she should. I mean, it would make more sense.
Yeah, it would. I don't even really know. So, while she's doing this, after this event, she starts talking to the other ponies outside of the Derby, and then she tells like some joke that's must be particularly funny to rich people. But
she says it so loud.
So
she's got her face up to here.
That's the best.
This is the punchline of the joke.
You have to emphasize the punchline. Emphasis.
Maybe the politicians should try doing that.
Emphasize the...
Now, we're gonna work on Medicare!
Medicare.
Obamacare is just the same as Romneycare. My mind, my Republican mind, is just blown.
So, they're all like, oh, well, if you can't attend, then it'll be ruined. And they're all just all whiny. And so she's like, okay, I'll do these events for you guys.
I'll take some free food. I'm in the mood for some free food.
I'm flattered. Really. It's just I have a project I really need to get started on, and...
Oh, but Rarity! I may as well close down the whole gallery if you can't attend.
My auction is for charity, dear. For charity.
And my dinner party would be a disaster if you don't come.
Of course I'll be there.
Big disaster averted.
So this definitely is the first leading into the main conflict, and so she starts accepting all these different offers, and
She's
so she
out
basically,
all night.
yeah, she completely forgets Twilight's dress. Well, she doesn't really forget it so much as she just
And all the time we're having the best thing ever, which is song.
Woo! Song.
By far the second best song all season.
Yeah, this was.
season.
I love
Yes.
this song. This song was just beautifully written. Like you
that was
said,
great.
my second favorite song. It was one of my favorite songs of the season until Smile Smile came along.
That's basically the winter wrap-up of season 2.
Yeah, it is even though it's a Pinky solo, it's still by far our winter wrap up. Unless we get
a Pinky solo until she gets everybody to sing.
Oh
along.
yeah, but even then she's still the soloist.
Yeah, well, Twilight was a soloist for quite a couple of those.
Winter wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a. But they all had their own solos though.
Did they
Well, it was a
one,
duet.
or was it just Twilight in disguise? Twiformers, Twilights in disguise.
So anyway,
This is
was...
what Rain does when sick, Richard. Yes. Also, time no mean thing to me. Brain no talk good now and then. Always hit on I take a how. What has she won and to dash? Not a more da. Has she been bashed? Dojo. I can't one car. I don't know. J'ai parlé le français. Ach, willst du wach? Jo, Gold med fly.
You know, that one's fine. Anyway, so after the song,
Me amo Blood Boy. LS Burro.
So basically,
Burro Zorro.
yeah, this song it ends with her just not being able to finish the dress, and so she gets invited to the most prestige, like the most important social gathering.
It's a good show, eh?
Okay, a Canadian works. So,
Oh,
what?
I'm getting a bit sick, eh? I should go in for some free healthcare. What you Americans laughing at?
Yeah, because you guys have free healthcare, and for some reason we think that we're better.
Wait, you don't have free healthcare? Oh no, that means Chuck's gonna die. Oh, poor Chuck. I'll drink a brewski in his honor.
So she's invited to this important
maple
party.
brewski.
And then so then she's getting ready to go, and so she writes this fake letter to Twilight about Opal's very sick.
She's very melodramatic, eh?
My dear Twilight, I am afraid I won't be able to make it to your birthday party tomorrow because poor Opal is quite ill, and she is in no condition to make the long journey back to Ponyville. I do hope you understand. Your friend, Rarity.
So then she gets ready to leave, and then boom, friends are there.
Oh
Completely
no, that
upsurges
squid
her
can
idea.
ninja me.
So she has to figure out how to go to the party, go to both parties, because obviously they're both very important. Oh, and also Twilight loves her unfinished dress.
Is that my dress?
Yes?
It's so simple. So practical. So me! It's the perfect dress for my birthday party! I love it!
That's just one of those moments.
Canadians can speak French. Les chat avec un chapeau.
What is that supposed to be?
110011 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 A B C D. Yeah.
Okay. He'll be fine. So she decides to try to go to both parties, and so this is where we get introduced to Pinkie Pie's party cannon.
Where did you find the time to put up all these decorations?
Oh, I never leave home without my party cannon.
It's quite a nice party cannon.
So this was our Pinkie randomness for this episode, and I definitely, it was just fantastic. She's just randomly like, I don't go anywhere without my party cannon, and it's just like, what? It's just a fantastic moment right there.
Fan-tucking-fastic.
Fan-tucking-fastic. So she's constantly bouncing between these two parties.
She's jumpier than a prison bitch.
So there's the high classy just chatting garden party. That is the garden party that who I don't even know who is hosting it.
Jet Set invited her, so I imagine
he's doing it. So but then she also keeps bouncing between. Apparently, Ponyville parties they play that cool jazzy music.
Or at least Twilight's party.
Yeah, at least Twilight likes it.
Twilight likes
she's rocking it like a boombox.
Twilight likes the king.
I can't at least make an appearance.
Too bad she never saw Elvis Pony.
Yeah, too bad she never saw Elvis Pony. We made
Elvis
reference
Pony.
to him before. He's pretty cool.
Elvis Pony has left the building. Thank you very much.
She's bouncing between these two parties. All these different shenanigans happen. Like, she accidentally dips an hors d'oeuvre in chocolate, and eventually she slips up and she comes back to Twilight's party.
Everyone knows that nothing can taste worse with chocolate, except for the anti-chocolate. Ketchup.
Ew.
Exactly.
Ew. Yeah.
Everything tastes better with chocolate except ketchup.
Chocolate covered ketchup.
Yes, deep fried chocolate covered ketchup.
That just sounds horrible.
It is. I have tried it, my friend. Nearly killed me.
So so she eventually slips up and she brings a croquet mallet back, and this is when she's found out. But then it turns out
it's found its way into my nervous system.
So Twilight is just like, oh, you're such a savvy business pony, and she's like, oh, really?
Yes, yes I am.
Okay.
I'm good at calculations.
So so she's like, you can go to the party. In fact, we'll join you.
Bad idea.
Hey, wait up! We're your friends. I'm sure they won't mind if we check out the party too. Come on, you guys. Let's Let's show them how to party Ponyville style. Oh,
How come y'all aren't doing any gardening? This is a garden party, isn't it?
Can you believe what that pony is wearing?
It's just so plain.
Yeah.
So all hell breaks loose when they decide to join. Fluttershy is feeding the birds, has a bird nest in her hair. Rainbow Dash is playing croquet roughly. Pinkie Pie's eating everything. Twilight's dancing like a boss, might I say. They're just like, whoa, clear the room. This pony's got some skills.
Yeah, let's do our interpretation of her dance. Yeah, it's a good thing my dancing skills aren't affected by my sickness.
So, all of this chaos narrows
so
down to
good
this
at
point
dancing.
where Fancy Pants walks up to Twilight and he's like, "Where did you get your dress?" And she's like, "Oh, well, I got it from..." And then Rarity tries to interrupt her, but
Fancy
fail.
Pants.
Fancy Pants.
Look over there. Go anywhere but here.
But anyway, Twilight ends up spilling the beans that they all know Rarity. But then she does the good thing. Yeah, she owns up to it and she's like, "You know what? I love my friends and whatnot." And they're like, "Oh," but then good guy Fancy Pants.
Fancy Pants, so fancy he doesn't have to follow the fancy rules. He makes them.
So he completely covers for it and he's like, "I find them charmingly rustic. And the dress, it's great."
Good guy Fancy Pants sees that you and your friends are getting all dumped on. It says you're all fancy and awesome.
So altogether, Fancy Pants, pretty cool dude. You gotta love him.
Ridiculously photogenic Fancy Pants, or RPP.
Now this is one thing that we've all made notice of, and that's the fact that why doesn't high society know that they exist? They fought off.
I'll explain that in my plot points, crazy theories.
Yeah, because they fought off both Nightmare Moon and Discord. They're in the freaking main hall of the castle. It's just like, did they not find out news? He'll talk about it. So, this was just another great episode. A nice little defining moment. Gave us a song. Gave us some more Rarity development. Because, like, all of her episodes always make me like her. Great episode all around. You guys know me, I'm an episode whore. I think that they're all great. Ticketmaster is the only one that I go a little about.
That's just because it's so cut up.
And I feel so bad because it's a Lauren Faust original. I feel bad for downing on it, but it's not that. It's not as good as any of the other episodes. So, basically, some things to definitely look forward to this week. We gotta look forward to the royal wedding. I plan on wearing, I'm gonna go all out. Total nice pants, nice shirt, nice tie. Be completely prepared. I'm gonna enjoy the royal wedding. And Richard, do you think you're gonna go all out for the royal wedding? Yes!
The sparkles are trying to eat my face.
So, for our coverage of the episode, when we review the episode, we're gonna break our video up into 2 parts because it's hard enough to sit through us for 50 minutes, let alone 100 minutes.
Got control of my nervous system back.
So,
my muscles and
we're gonna
other
break it
systems
up.
are still cold right now.
Anyway, we're gonna cover episode 1, episode 2, just as they air.
I'll probably be fine next week, people.
He'll probably be fine by tomorrow or the day after, hopefully. Hopefully he's better by Saturday.
Got control of my buns.
So
buns are size.
Anyway, I always say this: Mystery Pony Theater, Pony Board, Plot points, crazy theories. And then also, subscribe. We love it when you guys subscribe. I'm going to move it over to the corner. So, subscribe if you like us. Check out our other videos, because they vary. There's some episodes where we're pretty hilarious, and then there's other episodes where we're just sort of like
It gets like this, and then it goes different later on in the back episodes.
And then unless you're like some of our more
I watched the episode in out of order.
And unless you're like some of our super fans, then I don't watch episode 1. Maybe not episode 2. I don't think things get
I'd
clean.
be cautious about episode 2.
If we're not on this couch, basically, I would recommend avoiding it. If it's not this room.
I'd recommend putting on something in the background just in case you can't take it anymore. Specifically, smile, smile, smile.
Maybe if you have a projector, project it onto the wall so you can shoot paintballs at it.
Or draw mustaches on us.
We look good in mustaches.
You know you want to see me in a mustache. Don't you like me, ladies?
So,
and gentlemen.
Anyway, peace out, you guys. I'm Afro Circuit.
Resist my cold-ridden body. Girl, look at this body. Oh, girl, look at this body. Achoo! Oh, yeah.
And
when
you
I walk
are...
in the room, this is what they see. Plot point. Everybody's staring
Bye.
right at me. I've got passion in my nose and I ain't.
Smile, smile, smile. From these happy friends of mine. I like to see you grin. Awesome! I would love to see you beam. Rock on! The corners of your mouth turned up is always Pinky's dream. But if you're kind of worried and your face is made of brown, I work real hard and do my best to turn that sad frown upside down. 'Cause I love to make you grin, grin, grin. Yes, I do. Bust it out from ear to ear, let it begin. Just give me a joyful grin, 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 and you fill me with good cheer. It's true, some days are dark and lonely, and maybe you feel sad, but Pinky will be there to show you that it isn't that bad. There's one thing that makes me happy and makes my whole life worthwhile, and that's when I talk to my friends and get them to smile. I really am so happy. Your smile fills me with glee. I give a smile, I get a smile, and that's so special to me. 'Cause I love to see you beam, beam, beam. Yes, I do. Tell me what more can I say to make you see that I do. It makes me happy when you beam, beam, beam. Yes, it always makes my day. Come on, every pony, smile, smile, smile. Fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is a smile, smile, smile from these happy friends of mine. Come on, every pony, smile, smile, smile. Fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really